everyone, welcome to Whack Comics. I'm here with my co-host, as always, Tyler. How you going, man?
Oh my gosh, yes!
This is amazing. I just want everyone to know this wouldn't happen on anyone else's stream.
No,
You
it
don't
would
get
not.
this kind of
Oh
shit.
my god, it would be frowned
Only
upon by
the
most
best
people.
content over here.
Hey, we go live
Oh, wow.
and earthquakes happen.
No, you're not.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, it's about that time of the show, right?
Oh, it must be. Are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm always ready.
Hello everyone, welcome to Whack Comics. We're back with another Not Near Whack Fantastic Miracle Hour. That name just rolls off the tongue. It's not a hard title at all. I think it's quite perfect. But we're joined as always with Miracle Man, Lady Fantastic, and we got Rob coming in. Not his usual setup. Where are you, Rob?
What? So I am at my father's place right now because he's about to move across country, and I'm here to help him. So we've been trying to move. I've been trying to move, and there's a lot of garbage put away, but the place kind of looks like this right now. So we have a lot to do. Kind of hoping that maybe next Sunday we're going to be driving on up to Washington and possibly making a pit stop over in Tennessee.
Nashville. Bring it.
I just got to say, I've known Rob for I think like 4 years now, and I didn't know he could leave that comic room. I thought he was physically tethered to that room. I'm astonished. This blows my mind. I'm not even gonna lie.
I too thought he might have been tethered, but alas, he is not. He has detached himself.
Well, that's something at least.
Yeah.
Pretty much the next 2-3 weeks or so, it's going to be here. You see me. Next week is going to be on the road, possibly in Tennessee, one would hope. And then the weekend after that, somewhere in Washington. And I might get a chance to go and pick up some books. But I did find some stuff while I was here. So if somebody else wanted to show some stuff, one of the things I found was the video game system, the Nintendo, with all the games that we had from the late 1980s, early 90s.
Shut up.
Right there.
Bring that back to your home.
It's in a bag. It's in a bag right now. I'm just having some pizza.
Hey, something just occurred to me though, real quick. You said you're going to stop in Tennessee, and just a callback to the Not Near Mint show. Does that mean you're doing meth and quarter bins, or
Doing some meth and searching? You know how many quarter bins you can go through if you do a little meth?
You could go for hours.
Not. Your focus is on point. Yeah, you think
just
there's
don't
bugs
blink.
crawling on you, but you can find titles.
So does anybody have anything embarrassing they want to ask my dad in front of me?
No, we should not do that to Rob. He's obviously doing some very mature adulting by helping his father, and let's be nice. Let's be nice to our friend.
Fine.
Unless Whack wants to ask something embarrassing, because I think Rob would deserve to hear it from
International.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask why Rob is the way he is all.
No, that I don't know if we've got enough time.
Why am I the way I am?
Product of your environment.
That's my environment. Good answer.
All right, Dad, you win.
Comic Boy in the Bag wants to know what pizza have you got there?
Oh, so since I'm here and I never ever want to do the whole Pizza Hut deal, it's a place called Little Mike's. It's here in Margate. Since I'm way the hell away from Miami, please don't rob me. So yeah, we're just trying out some of the local pizza that'll never get a chance to try again because he's getting the hell out of here.
Cool. What's on it? Tell us what they want to know details.
Pepperoni. Thin crust, New York style, but not New York because this is Florida, and Florida's just the, if New Jersey's the armpit of America, let's face it, Florida's the penis pissing on Cuba.
I need to
Someone
refer to
the
it
other
as
day said that he loves Little Mike's.
This is the first time I'm having it. It's good, right?
Yeah,
Oh.
delicious.
Yeah, Bay lives around there. He lives somewhere in like mid Florida, mid shaft.
Sure, it's delicious.
You know, there's that comedy bit about anytime you talk about pizza to somebody from New York, they're always like, "It's not as good as New York pizza. It's not as good wherever your pizza's at. It's not as good as New York pizza."
Are you like that?
Unless you're in Chicago,
I
You're,
mean,
the
I'm
one
looking
guy
at-
you're from New York.
I mean,
you would know.
I've lived there for a period of time. That pizza does not look as good as New York pizza. I will say that. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad.
What about the slice of pizza that Pizza Rat had? What did that look like to you? Did that look?
That was a classic piece of New York.
That was a New
pizza.
York piece of pizza. Pizza
That
Rat
was-
knew what was up.
Right. No, that rat had good taste in pizza. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean,
This
I
is a
couldn't
good
imagine.
question, Rob. Who is more worth, you or your dad?
Again, I'm going to show you how the place looks now. And we have 1-800 junk that's coming tomorrow. You tell me.
Are you saying that you're the best of the worst?
No, I'm just the legacy of the worst, which means this is what I have to expect when I'm his age.
Except they're going to be all comics.
Precisely.
I'm the worst
The worst.
Like,
of the worst.
of the worst. His late mother was the better half of the worst family.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad would say the
But
same.
should I go grab those video games?
Heck yeah, man.
Yeah, why don't you go? I got some books to show if you want to go grab
Show
video
us.
games while I show some books.
Yeah, let's see.
Show us what you're working
Y'all want-
with.
Y'all want to see some books?
Hell yeah, we always do, bro. I'm bagging and boarding some, so I can.
All right, listen. So last week, Lady Fantastic was like, "Well, seeing as how it's the first show, I'm going to go and gather up books that I bought all throughout the year and show off." And I walked away. I walked away feeling very bad about myself. I brought like a pile of shit to show, and Lady F was like, "I'm bringing the heat." So
It's not going to be like that tonight.
I brought. I went out and finished off my Thunder Agents.
All
run.
right, you Thunder Agent, Wally Wood, give
Right.
it to me. I
Look
love
at
it.
that. Look at
Love
that.
it.
I had everything but
Number
issue
3.
1
I've got
and
that one.
19. So I bought a lot of like 7 issues that included 1 and 19, and it was about the same price as buying just issue 1.
Miracle Man, my LCS has a fuck ton of that run right now there.
I'm done. I finished it. I got it all. I got it
Wow.
all. I need a couple issues of Undersea Agent, and then
They have that there.
ooh. I imagine it's not in the quarter bins though.
Perfect Lady F impression. He said that you did a perfect me impression.
Do I need to do meth to get those Undersea Agents books, or can I just buy them? Which is, I don't know.
You could do either one, honestly. It's America.
And then I went to the world's worst Comic Con yesterday. And
Was
when I
Rob
say-
there?
No,
Oh.
it would have been a lot better if Rob was there.
Oh.
When
Wouldn't
I
have been
say
worse.
it was the worst Comic Con ever, I walked around it 3 times and bought 5 comics.
Was this
wow.
New York Comic Con?
No, it was a shit con at a fucking VFW. But I
Sometimes
did-
those are the like awesome ones though. You
Right.
get that cool shit.
That's why I went. I did get 2 copies of Turok, Son of Stone,
That's cool.
for $1 a piece.
That's not bad.
I did get the last issue of Chaos Comics Cremator. I don't know how the fuck you pronounce it.
Cremator. I'm not
like
a cremator. I'm a cremator.
I like that. It sounds fancier. Potato.
Made it sound all fancy and shit.
And that Justice League, that was like the last late issue of Justice League I needed. I had it, but apparently at some point in time I spilled something on it because it was fucked. And then little old school Winsor
yeah.
Dawn right there.
Yeah.
Look at those thighs.
Look at those.
I am objectifying a woman on a cover.
What? Never been done before.
Just throwing that out there. And then today I went to a shop and I picked up these old Supermans, these Volume 1 Supermans hold a special place in my heart.
You're a
First
sucker.
of all, here is the grandson of Superman in the late year of 2020. far, far flung future there. All right. And I love these. Anytime I see the stories with the 2020 Superman, I grab them because, oh boy, they were stupid. Final issue of the first volume of the new run. Well, I guess technically it's the second volume. I don't know. When Star Wars came back to Marvel, that's the first that first return run. That's the final issue there. And then, oh look, check it out. Just imagine Stan Lee's
Aquaman. Well, that's
This-
pretty fucking cool though to have the Stan Lee ones.
These are cool. I only needed 4. I found 3 of them. But this was the best of the 3 I found. That's the Kevin McGuire pen.
Wow, that's wild looking.
Look at
That's
that.
almost anime looking that cover,
It's-
bro.
It's Kevin McGuire, who is just one of the fucking best artists on earth. I just love his work. And then, you know, I had a little bit of a backlog at the shop with the LCS, but I picked up this week's books. And this one, man, Vikings.
God.
Zombie Vikings, y'all.
Looks
Campier the
terrible.
better. The campier the better.
Gotta get it. Gotta get it. Operation Sunshine here. This is a new book from Dark Horse. It's
I like that cover. That's
It's
cool.
cool, right? It's a vampire book, but
Yeah,
not
it's pretty
like-
rad cover, man.
Yeah, it's not like a traditional vampire book. I recommend picking it up. Give it a shot. Cap Wolf and the Howling Commander.
Fuck yes. I approve.
Dope ass book. It was really good. I couldn't put it down.
I pass those because all I do is buy back issues, but it's
Mm,
okay.
it was good. It was good.
I looked at it and went, if I wanted Catwolf, I'll go back and get Catwolf.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I had that.
so I have the OG Capwolf run,
But this is Cap Wolf
the late 300s, early
During-
400s.
World War II. So it's like in an alternate universe. And Children of the Comet. This is
Is that a kitty or a dog?
no, it's a dog.
Fuck a
This is
chihuahua.
the 3rd volume in the You Promised Me Darkness universe. Don't
yeah.
start here, but you should read these books. They're great. It's like the weirdest ass superhero shit you'll ever read. I love it. Really good. Of course, I had to get Danger Street this week. Issue 10, getting really close to the end. This has been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal. Weird work. This is Shaky Kane is doing this. All right, that's not the cover. I forget whose cover this is. It's not Shaky Kane's art. This is great, man. Shaky Kane's one of the best fucking cartoonists in the whole goddamn world.
That looks pretty cool, man.
Whole goddamn world. And this, I picked up the first issue because it was like some woman beating her husband to death in the street on the cover, and I was like, "Oh, that looks interesting." And then I was like, the story's okay. It's a little thick for me. And then I saw this was the cover of the second issue, and I was like, well, I'm fucking definitely getting the second issue. I mean, that's like, that kind of goes. I haven't read it though. I can't lie. And then of course there's that. You know what this is? This is example like 5,697 of Doc Shaner cannot make a bad cover.
Yeah.
It's
Hey,
impossible.
Unruly.
It's impossible. Can't do it.
You need to get an Unruly on here, Whack. Have you ever talked to him in real life? Not real life.
I think we're speaking on IG a little bit.
Yeah, he's okay, I guess.
And there's Superman Lost, latest issue. That's really great. Christopher Priest is writing it. Fantastic.
Oh, it's cool. It's nice to
Look at
see he's doing something.
Shiny.
Yeah,
Listen,
that's fine.
Sandman. This is the first. It's the DC's new Golden Age. This is the first solo book they're doing. Riley Rossimo's art. Now, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. Riley is an acquired taste. I don't think his work works on everything, but it is pitch perfect for this book.
I loved Rossimo on it was Steve Orlando's the Alien
Yeah.
Martian Manhunter.
Yes,
I love
yes.
that shit.
Yes, I'm telling you, it works perfectly here. Venditti is writing it. It's phenomenal. It's so good. You really should get it. And then, so like since I've been doing the show, I really got into Dan Parent covers. He's the
Yeah.
Archie artist. So these Dynamite's apparently doing this sale where like all their 1 in 10s and 1 in 20s and 1 in 50s and whatever, they're selling them to the shops for half price. So my LCS ordered these for me. I got these for $2 a piece. These just fucking gorgeous ass Dan Parent covers here. And I'm not gonna show everything because I'd be going for a while, but I gotta show you a couple more. The midlife. See, this is a comic clearly written for me. It's called Midlife, or How to Be a Hero at 50.
Fire proof.
Right? Right? Clearly a book with me in mind. Green Lantern, number 4. Once again, amazing cover. Welcome to Riverdale, another Chilling Adventures book. Like, I wish Archie would just shit or get off the pot when it comes to the horror books, man. They make great horror books, but they keep doing these one-shots.
Now, Miracle Man, I don't know if you're still using CLZ or if you do use CLZ, but that is the one prior to the Fire and Ice. That one's a Lana Congas cover, and the color looks entirely different when you're looking at it on CLZ. It's like it was done by somebody completely different.
Here's that Fire and Ice. Listen, once again,
up.
No,
what we think.
What do you mean?
This is like a character Fire and Ice.
Fire and Ice, not like meth ice, right?
No, I mean like a mythical, like the mythical shit.
No, Fire and Ice from Justice League International, blah.
Nope, I don't, because I don't read that bullshit.
Oh, by the way,
there's currently 2 Fire and Ices coming out right now.
By the way, just so everybody knows, pour one out for the OG Keith Giffen. Passed away the other day.
Also, Suzanne Summers.
Summers just today, one of my first crushes. Just heartbreaking. And then one last book, and I'm going to show this one because I think this came up. Superboy. I think this is Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow. Is the title?
That's cute.
Yeah, it's a great cover, right?
Yeah.
So this little mini's been out. It's the Connor Kent Superboy. And recently somebody posted to Twitter, it was a trans creator, they posted how, they had pitched turning this character trans, right? And like, how has she not read that, Simeon? She pitched turning this character trans, and of course, all like the normal people who would cry about that started crying about it. And I'm like, what is the sales on this book? Like 8,000 copies? Listen, I love this character, but most people don't. Most people don't care about him.
Hey,
what would matter if they mixed things up, maybe give us a different story? I thought
Miracle Man.
Yeah.
Miracle Man. What year did that 80s Justice League come out?
Well, I mean, 87, because it was right after Crisis on Infinite Earths. It was part of the new post-Crisis DC universe. Started off with that famous cover, which I have 5 copies of it here somewhere in the house.
I was fucking 3. So
all right, well,
that's
your fault.
Their fault for writing it too early.
No, that's a great. You should read those. They're in the back issues. They're cheap, and that's Kevin Maguire artwork. And there's some Adam Hughes in there, and it's Keith Giffen and J.M. DeMatteis. It's one of the greatest.
You need to recommend some runs and some issue numbers.
All of it, 1 to 160. You want every single.
I can get trades for that, or I can read it for free online, right, Rob?
Pretty much, and we're really.
Prime.
Lady F, let's just be fair on this one here. All anybody really wants to read from that particular run is when you have Guy Gardner giving crap to Batman, Batman punches him and knocks him out in one punch. That's what everybody wants to see.
Yeah. One last book, I forgot about it.
No.
Gene Simmons, Dominatrix.
Love it.
Jim Ballant cover. Okay. And before you call me sexist or saying I'm objectifying the female form, this is written by a woman, Holly Interlandi. So she's objectifying the female form, and I am purchasing the comic.
That's what sells.
Like you're trying to justify your enjoyment of objectification.
Not at all.
I don't ask you to do that. I ask you to just be yourself.
Let's see the games you got, Rob. I'm keen.
Well, first I'm going to show you a couple things that were just a little bit weird to still possess. You know how people just never take things out of its original wrap? Well, here's some inkjet photo paper in its original wrapping from the late 90s.
Nice.
I don't know if we still had that around the house.
That was probably $30 when you got it.
Yeah. How about, does anybody remember floppy disks? Do you need any labels for some floppy disks?
Nice. Hey, at least they're the 3.5s and not the 5 1/4.
So here we go back into the early days of the 1980s, where we have kind of like, if you ever bought a DVD player, you'd think that the first game you'd get was The Matrix, or the movie you'd get was The Matrix. You got a Nintendo, you got yourself some Super Mario.
Oh, yeah.
And they gave them in these nice little cases. And holy crap, I can't believe these are still in here. But wow, it's unfortunate with this because this has the somebody put their name on it.
You still sell it for money, fam.
Yep.
People want those manuals.
Here's this other manual for Duck Hunt and Super Mario. I imagine this could be, like probably pressed, but man, I didn't even think that we even still had this stuff. So there's that. And here's something where historically we remember this video game for being dumped into a landfill because nobody played Back to the Future.
I had that game. That game was great. What are you talking about?
When you would just be like this on the ground because you just died. All right, what else do we have here? We got ourselves Mike Tyson's Punch-Out.
Classic.
After that, we have Super Mario Brothers 3.
Oh, good one. Good one. I have every game you've shown so far sitting in my living room right now.
And I know these are going for money now, but all of this is going to be is just put inside of more storage, just better storage.
Fester's Quest.
Nice.
Y'all remember back in the late 80s, there was a TV show where you played Nintendo games, and then whoever won, it was like a elimination match, and whoever won got to run through this obstacle course and grab as many Nintendo carts as they could, and whatever they made out with out of the course with, they got to keep.
No, that sounds amazing.
Oh, it was so fun! It was so fun to watch as a kid. And then there was that movie, The Wizard, with Fred Savage, which was basically just an hour and a half.
And Jenny
commercial
Lewis.
for Nintendo. Yeah. Which one's that?
Airwolf.
Oh, I've never had that one.
Airwolf?
Yeah, helicopter.
I don't know which ones are the rare ones. I mean, I know the ones that were common, like Super Mario 3, but all these were ones that my brother largely played.
Snake's Revenge. That's Metal Gear Solid 2 right there.
Nice.
Some of these have cases, some of them don't.
Yeah, Metal Gear
Some of these
Solid.
have Sky Shark.
Sky Shark.
From music.
That's so dope, man.
Oh, God. How old are we?
How do you rewind a video game, dipshitters?
You purchase it from like Specs or GameStop.
They probably
or
didn't know what the fuck it was when they first got them in.
Oh, here's
Rewind
one
it.
this is one for Biggie.
Oh,
Look at
yeah.
that.
WrestleMania, baby.
I have no idea what this is, but it's rattling.
Hold on a second. Low G Man. Wait a minute. Yeah, that rattle's no good.
I imagine it's not. Oh, the amount of fur that's in here.
It's Low Gravity Man.
Ugh, this one is
Yeah,
Bayou
that's
Billy.
Bayou Billy. Oh,
Oh, I got the comic #1.
There's a comic of this?
Fuck yeah.
Art,
Just look-
was it an Archie book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just looking at it this afternoon. Monster Party. Okay.
Yeah, Low G Man is a game that was universally panned back in the day. Jackal, one of the best games on the platform. You drove around in that little Jeep and you attacked terrorist military bases. And it was so obviously G.I. Joe, just not labeled G.I. Joe.
Captain Skyhawk.
Skyhawk. Yeah.
There are so many of these here. Karate Kid,
Wow.
Strider.
Wow. You got you any chance you got a Bionic Commando?
We'll get to it. Maybe.
Metal Gear. That's the first Metal Gear there. Nice. Nice.
Another copy of Super Mario Brothers.
Yeah, you have the standalone Mario Brothers, which is harder to find than the Mario Brothers Duck Hunt dual cartridge. It's kind of weird you got two of them.
Oh, this one isn't good. This one's definitely damaged.
Is that Ninja Gaiden 2?
3.
3.
How do you know it's damaged? Where?
Let's see here. It just looks like it's pressed in. There's a crunch in this right here. You can see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then we have it was just made into a movie.
Tetris.
That's what I was saying, Mark. I've known Rob like 4 years. I didn't think he could leave that room.
The hardest game
Battletoads.
for him.
You know what's funny is, nope, not gonna say it.
Just say it.
Nope, not gonna say it.
Why?
Come on. I have this box in this same thing here where there's still some shit in it.
What the fuck? God damn, man.
Was it that lube or some shit?
No,
It's condoms.
Oh, nice.
California Games.
California Games, man. Yeah. Fucking hell. What the hell?
Gauntlet 2.
Whoa.
I don't know. I'm expecting people in the chat later on, if you're watching this, let us know. Is any of this like rare? I don't know what this is. TNC Surf Designs.
TNC Surf Design. I don't
know. All right, here we go. Another Super Mario Duck Hunt.
Yeah, see, now that's normal.
Then we have swords and serpents. I don't want to bore anybody too much. Luckily, we're down to the last couple. Here is Skate or Die.
Classic.
Last 3. Oh, wait, 4. We got, I don't know what this shit is. Anticipation.
Oh, that was that old board game, man.
They made it for Nintendo.
Oh, shit. They made everything for Nintendo.
We got Super Mario Brothers 2.
That one might actually be worth some money if I remember right. 2 is much harder to come by than 1 or 3.
Oh boy, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That was one of the hardest fucking games ever made.
Yes, it
Hands
was.
down. Hands down.
And the last one here, and we're going off on a high note. Double Dragon.
Oh, yeah. Good one. Good one to end it with.
Actually, there's not even an actual Nintendo in here. It's just the controllers, the tag, no actual system.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You gotta pick up a Rayman for like $70-100, man. If you wanted.
For how much?
$70 to $100.
Oh,
You can
that's
pick
not
up-
bad.
They make a Chinese knockoff now, which is a top loader for you probably pick that up for like $40-50. So if you wanted. But if you pick up a remanufactured, usually what they'll do is they'll break the whole thing down and they'll replace the reader strip.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bit into the retro gaming. Because that's what they did with mine. And like I don't even have to pop it down. I can just stick it right in and it plays. So yeah, they're great. They're great. By the way, you are never supposed to blow into your cartridge. Never do that. Never. In fact, they tell you right on the cartridge, do not blow into the cartridge. Yeah.
Are you ready to show some books later, or are you still bagging and boarding?
You should show a couple first, and then I'll show a couple.
All right. I've got a couple to show.
All right.
I got some. This is probably one of the funnest crossovers. Was Mars Attacks Judge Dredd.
I would have expected that one.
Nice.
Ewing? Wait, is that Al Ewing that wrote that?
It is. Yeah.
Huh. And John McGray.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Some Scotty Young goodness with Rob's favorite title, Spawn.
Nice.
Could have loved that one.
Issue 250? Wow.
That is 250. Yeah.
Oh, 250 it is.
Next we got some Angelic signed by the creative team, Simon Spurrier and the artist Price, I think. But that's a fun little read if you haven't read that one. Duffman.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes, that's great.
That's a fun read. And
Hilarious.
got to follow it up with the first appearance of The Simpsons in comic
Yep.
book form.
Bartman.
That's great.
I love The Simpsons. And I'm wearing a System of a Down shirt today, and I've also got a System of a Down comic book.
Sweet.
Huh.
Who published that?
Here you go. I have no idea. I don't know if it says it. No idea.
Huh.
We got Venom #4. This is a homage to 300, of course, but this is signed by the cover artist David Yarden, who's an Australian.
I
He's
love
a-
Yarden, dude.
Nice.
Shout out to Keith Giffen.
There we go.
Show that.
There it is.
Watchmen.
Very nice.
I just went through some back issues to pull out that I thought were, just some random shit as well. This is Deceased by Tom Taylor, signed by Tom Taylor.
Very cool.
That's a cool cover too. I
That's
really like
great.
that cover. Probably my favorite out of the Nightwing 100 covers was this George Perez cover,
Oh, beauty.
signed by Tom Taylor as well. Then we got some Jeff Loeb signed goodness as well.
That's sweet, dude.
Batman Hush. And then maybe one of the most iconic covers from this series. I love that cover. And we got some George Perez Wonder Woman.
What number is that?
What are we looking at? 31.
Sweet.
It's a cool cover. I love that that red and black. Beautiful. But I went back to the place where I got that Jack Kirby Stan Lee comic, and they had a few Stan Lee signed comics for really cheap, so I had to grab a couple. This is a random one to have signed by Stan Lee, but it was really cheap, so I got it. And then we got Spectacular Spider-Man, issue 50.
Do they have COAs or no?
Some of them do. This one does. Some of them do. This is West Coast Avengers, issue 1.
Did the one with the COA cost more?
No.
Interesting.
No. They were all the same price. 110 bucks, I think. Which is like $70, $80 American.
Yeah.
So,
That's not
Yeah.
bad.
yeah. And then I thought I'd show a random trade because I'd mainly collect trades and stuff, but this is a cool one. This is Pistol Whip. This is the first print, which is a hard one to find. This is Matt Kint's first published work.
Wow.
It's really, really cool. I fucking love Pistol Whip. You can really see, some Matt Kint tropes in here, which are great. Yeah. But that's all I have to show for now.
All right. Well, I'll show you. Since you pulled out that Wonder Woman, I only have let's see, 1, 2, 3, 7 issues, but they are from that run. This is number 1,
Beauty. Beauty.
and then number 2,
Ooh. That early Wonder Woman stuff, those Perez covers, man, every single one of them. Just
Number 4.
some guys do a lot of detail on their artwork, and it's just too much. Like it's just a shit ton of lines and cross hatching, and they overwork the page. It's like they have a burger, they flip it just too many fucking times, just too much handling.
Just Image in the 90s.
Right, man. But George Perez, he could put detail in a book, and it doesn't look overworked. And he could add so much detail without just lining it to shit.
Like him and Bolland.
It's just, we're never going to see another like him, man. If you're asking Whack whether or not you should buy a Lemire book, the answer is always yes.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like asking me if you should buy an Alan Moore book. Like, I'm not going to say no.
And then the last one is number 9.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the tough one. I've had a harder time finding that one than I did number 1.
Yeah. So those are my little Wonder Woman chunk. Let's see. These are the books I pulled just like rando. I don't know. This is cool. Unruly is really into like the Conan and Elric stuff. So this is an Elric number 1. Got Roy Thomas, Michael Gilbert, George Freeman. And then this one's hilarious. It's called Exorcists, Volume 4 by JTC. I think it's some Christian thing.
It is. New Crusaders was the publisher, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so this is just hilarious. So I had to get it.
I'm surprised you're not bursting into flames holding that book.
With time. And then Rip Off Press. These are some underground classics. Dealer McDope, number 1.
G-Man.
Love it.
Dave Sheridan.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah. So there you go. And then I'll show some Twisted Tales. I have number 2. It's Bernie Wrightson.
Nice.
Just good Halloween themed. Macabre number 3.
Some of the later it has Paul Dini artwork or Bruce Timm.
This one is
Corbin.
No, Corbin.
Yep.
No.
this, and then
Another great artist, people just don't talk about anymore.
4.
He's been dead a long time, but still.
Love that, dude. Ew. There's that. And then obviously I'm a big fan of my Catholic superstars. So we got Pope John Paul II.
I feel like you showed that book on our show.
I
way back in the
probably
day.
did. And then I have Pope Francis. Did I show these already? My Pope
That
Francis?
one I've never seen.
Because then the Trinity of the Catholics, the Catholic shit is Mother Teresa. But then found this for like
Nice.
I think it was $15 at a LCS recently. So I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna get this, right?
You sent you a copy and I think you sold that one, so now you have another.
Yeah, it only has like 1 or 2 ticks. It's not bad.
It's crazy about that book, man. You used to not be able to give those books away.
It used to
They
be
were
like a
everywhere.
dollar bin, 50-cent
Dollar
bin.
bin all day long.
This
Right
was a
about-
50-cent bin, but I love it. Here's Barbie.
Oh yeah, I would have bought that.
That's banging. It just
Little known fact: many of those Barbie covers were done by Amanda Connor.
Oh.
Yeah.
this I just did to trigger people. It's a Brie Larson cover. Hope this pisses everybody off. Controversy, eat it. No. Anyways, Captain Marvel.
Be off a little bit more tonight.
I found this in the 50-cent bin. It's a third print of the Superman 75.
Third print, blue. Is it newsstand?
No.
Yeah, that's the money book.
Oh, sorry.
Third print newsstand. That's the money book.
Yeah, it's the lowest of the low print run.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Zorro's fun.
Always.
Did McGregor do that?
Gone?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he did the Tops run. I just didn't know if he did the Marvel run too.
This one, here we go. Toxic Avengers, Night of the Living Hard Bodies.
I just got 1 in 11 of that.
I love this. And then finally, super cute, but we got Jeff the Land Shark. And here's Namor on a rubber ducky in the sea. It's Jeff, y'all. So that's all. Just picked out some randos as well.
Nice.
Thought I'd showcase.
I got a little game for you to play if you want to play it. This is
All right.
thanks to Ignacio for the idea for this one. So
Oh God.
I'm gonna show it a cover. This is the cover here. Comic
Ooh.
called Hyperthick, and I thought I would get you all to give me a pitch on what the story is without knowing it. You know, so you gotta make it up. What you think can be the story would be about. So.
Hold on. Go back down.
All right.
Okay.
What is
You
it?
ready, lady? You can go
Sure.
first if you want.
I think it is a crime story where it's a zoo in Jackson, Mississippi, and there's there's a criminal who's obsessed with tigers, and he I don't know, he tries to take the tiger. I've fucking no clue. Hyperthick. It sounds like a porno for a dick, dude.
Yeah.
I think I already got it.
Yeah.
But the alliteration, it sounds like a kind of a noir, like crime
Yeah.
novel. I don't know
Yeah.
though.
Can I
Yeah.
take a guess?
Go for it.
All right. It's about Blade Runner. The year is 2017. The future. I mean, it's the future for way back then when it was written. So it's the future. They're trying to find out whether the thick women of the future are really Blade Runners or are they really real women. So the lead dick winds up finding a nice thick woman. And he finds out he himself is the thickness.
No, and the way that he finds those women is using that massive pussy tiger. So
Jesus
he
fucking
hunts
Christ.
pussy with the biggest pussy, stolen from the Jackson,
Oh,
Mississippi
my
Zoo.
All right. I got one. We're gonna do it in a world where everyone is incredibly thin.
You know,
It's become a crime to be hyper thick. And now, one man with his pet pussy is going to discover what it takes to go from being hyper thick to incredibly thin. Hyper thick, coming to a theater near you.
one way in, no way out.
One man's journey across America to shame fat people. Hyper thick.
Yeah, that was great.
I don't know. Yeah, what is it about? You gotta tell us what it's about at least. How far off
read
were we? Oh, well, there you go.
You haven't read it, so it's basically whatever we want.
We'll just put all three of yours together, and that's what it'll be. That was great.
Love it.
You didn't read
Love
it.
Love it. Hey,
No, I didn't want to read. I wanted a one where I didn't know the story, so your story could interest me more than the story itself, you know. And now I don't think I need to read it ever, because I don't think it'll ever match what the three of you brought to the table for it. So.
It'll be that good. It'll never be that good.
I have 2 books about some psychopaths here that will trigger some people.
Oh, let's see that.
One
Trigger away. Oh
is
yeah.
Helter Skelter, the original print that my father purchased and then took to go get signed by Vince Bugliosi, the writer.
At least it wasn't by fucking Manson.
Yeah. That's what
No.
It would have been creepy.
So I said both of these are about, psychopaths, killers.
There you go.
No signature, fortunately, but when you go to move, you never quite expect what to find, and those were some pleasant finds. Because
The price tag on that is huge.
all I know is that the day that son of a bitch either goes to prison or kicks off, I'm going to list it for $1 and let it go on a Sunday night and go, thanks for helping
He's
me.
gonna last forever. The more we want him to croak, the longer the dude's gonna live. That's what I figured.
Unless the world ends, he'll have to die before us, right? We're
Dude,
not
he
that
may have
old.
so many preservatives in him that he's never gonna die. I don't know.
I mean, Keith Richards is still kicking it, but one day he's going to go too. I mean, we all have to go.
Keith Richards is gonna outlive like a cockroach in a nuclear holocaust.
To be fair, Keith Richards is 88% cocaine at this point. It's cocaine and hair. That's essentially what makes Keith Richards. Hey, I did want to bring up real quick. I did want to bring up this book that I just put out here. This is speaking of Keith Giffen, as I did earlier. Right, Mark? Like, Jesus fucking Christ. So Vexed here, a very easily forgotten DC book, was written by Keith Giffen. McCone and McKenna worked on it. I pulled this out of a 50-cent bin. That's
Look at
McCone's autograph.
Huh.
That's McKenna's autograph. And I don't think this is Keith Giffen's autograph. I think that's built into the art. You see it?
Yeah.
It looks like his autograph, but it doesn't actually, it looks like it's printed, not signed.
Have you looked it up?
I haven't yet. If anybody has, for all 3 people on earth who have this book, if you could look into your copy and see if it looks like a Keith Giffen signature on the very first page, right in the pillar here. If you have that and it's there, please let me know. I'm going to go to Twitter with it and Blue Sky, because, Twitter's slowly dying, and ask on there, see if anybody can answer. But again, I believe I am one of 4 to 6 people who own this book. So I have no idea if anybody's going to have the answer, but I would love to find out. It was not well received, although if you look at it, it kind of looks pretty cool. It kind of looks pretty cool. I mean, that page doesn't look that great, but it's I don't even know what it's about, but this is the era. It was Nintendo 64 era. So it's 90s, but I would very much like to know if that's a Keith Giffen autograph.
You need to look and see if there's an indention in it. You need to hold it flat.
Yeah,
and see
I
if there's
did
an
that. I don't
indentation.
see that. So that's why I don't. Another reason I don't think it is, because if you look, there's no.
Just
There's no
take a piece of paper, put it over it, take a pencil, rub it over, and you'll see if there's an indentation.
I don't. Actually, now that I'm rubbing my fingers over it, it's possible. That might be a signature. Oh, that's a weird spot to do it. That might. I actually feel something. I would love to find out. Please, people, let me know if you have this book. I see. Thank you, son of a Bruce. I'm sorry that you don't own it, but thank you for at least letting us know.
Yep.
Well, it's that time.
Nothing
So,
else to
you know,
show?
Well, actually, I do have something to show. I think I got this after I stopped doing shows. So I've never shown these anywhere but on Twitter. And these, once upon a time, were extremely hard to come by. Even more difficult to come by than the original books themselves. But here we have book 1 of the Eclipse published Miracle Man. Here's book 2.
Got book 3?
Here's book 3.
Oh, that is hard to find.
And there's book 4. I think
Never
I
seen
found
any of them.
these, about a year ago, man. Really hard to come by. The first 3 were all at the same shop. I think I got all 3 of them for like $80 bucks, $75. What this one by itself?
The third one was
Routinely.
like a $200 book.
Routinely, yeah, $200 book. But it was a local shop. I trade books with one of the guys who worked there, so he gave me a really good deal. But he only had the first 3, so I did find this one on eBay. This one was actually really easy. This was only like $12. This one was easy to come by. But this is the original run in trade, and Eclipse did them. And Eclipse has been out of business for a long time. They only did 1 printing on these, ever. So they are not easy to come by. And I was pretty uber excited when, like, literally, I saw them. I dropped everything else I had. No shit. That's great, Bruce.
Wow.
Ooh, that's great. That's super cool, man. That's super cool. Anyway, so that's it. That's what I had to show.
Very nice.
Would have thought you had every single Miracle Man comic ever published already.
Well, these were the hardest ones for me to find. I had the original books. I have all the original comics. I got the hardest one to find was the final issue, and I actually was given that as a gift by people who worked with me about 10 years ago.
Oh, nice.
For my birthday. It was very nice of them. But I found my issue 15 looking like the day it came into the shop. I found my issue 15 about 15 years ago at a shop that I'm pretty sure the guy lives there in the comic shop. Like, he has a bed in the back, just sitting on the top of a bunch of boxes of comics. And it took him like 3 weeks to dig it out, because I'm pretty sure it was under his bed. But he gave me pretty much the whole run of Miracle Man I didn't have at that point. And the 15, like I said, looked like it had just showed up. It had been there like a week. Brand new looking book. And when I got my hands on that one, I was pretty happy, because at that point they were really hard to come by. Nobody had any idea that Marvel was going to buy the character. It took them like, I don't know, man. It took a pretty long time after that until we heard any rumblings of Miracle Man coming back. And of course, I'm reading the Silver Age run right now as it slowly dribs and drabs its way into our LCSs. And I just have to say, as soon as I have this soapbox at the moment, like, what the fuck, guys? What the fuck? How are you doing this after all these years of everybody waiting for this book? Yeah, here it is. Everybody waiting for this book to come out. There it is, my number 15. She's just gorgeous. I took it out once to be signed by John Toddleman at a Comic-Con, and the son of a bitch didn't show up.
Oh, bitch.
He didn't even show up. I looked around the whole artist alley. I mean, it was not a big con. I walked around the whole artist alley. I was like, hey, I go up to the front to the guy taking the money. I'm like, hey, man, let's see John Toddleman. And he goes, oh, he was supposed to come? Motherfucker, you're the guy taking the money. His face is on the flyer. What do you mean he was supposed to come? But yeah, he never showed up, so I was very disappointed.
I found this for 90 cents.
Oh, nice.
That's cool, too.
Yeah,
That's cool, too.
90-cent, baby. So
They
now-
just re-released that in the Halloween edition.
I'm cool. And then let's see.
All my stuff is back at home.
That's all right. You showed video games, man. It was pretty dope.
Yeah, that was dope. Dope. Dope or rope. Oh, they're mosquitoes.
I hear everybody loves this Captain Marvel lady. They're very excited about her new movie coming out.
Yeah. I'm gonna go see it, but I do like Captain Marvel, but you know how certain bases can be.
I am
Well, I just
familiar.
read that Ahmed Best is trying to campaign to become Blue Marvel, and he's already been introduced. I mean, he was Jar Jar Binks to begin with, then he was a new Jedi character, I guess, Ahsoka, and he wants to be Blue Marvel, and I say, give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, nothing could go wrong with introducing them to a fan base of very, very rabid people. That should go fine.
My first Adam Brashear Blue Marvel card ever. I am so glad that they have cards of him now. And I want to know when he first started getting cards made, but I want more now. I want more Adam Brashear Blue Marvel cards.
That's a thick card.
It is.
Would you call it hyper thick?
Yeah, I would.
Thickness.
This is normal.
That's crazy.
And this is hyper thick. These were gifts from Comic Head 84, and and he sent me this box, and I
very cool.
Ordered another box because I'm fucking stupid, but I'm excited
because you love it, not because you're stupid. Because
I love it. Oh yeah, speaking of George Perez, dude, check out this card that I got from the set. It was called Artist Spotlight George Perez, and it's got these 3 issues. It is 181 in the middle, which is the first Scott Lang appearance. 209 on one side and then 167 on the other.
So I've got the 3 of you here. I did a little poll on my Twitter the other day. At this point, is George Perez, and please in the chat, whoever's left, feel free to chime in on this one. At this point, can we just say Perez and everybody knows who we're talking about, or George? Or do we have to say George Perez?
I would say you could.
Lady F, go ahead. Ladies first.
You could say Perez, and I would know who you're talking about.
Whack.
Yeah.
Rob.
Perez, Vigil. There's certain people that you really don't have to.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree. If
you say Bill S, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I've been falling down a bit of a rabbit hole with some cards myself lately. I've been picking up the Dragon Ball cards, so I just bought 1 pack out of curiosity, and now that I'm like 5 packs later, I'm like, maybe I should stop because I'm not going to end.
Yeah,
they just look so fucking cool. I'm a sucker for those shitty
Plus,
cardboard.
believe it or not, they're coming out
how
with the
like
Dragon Ball series.
Pele, but then there's Perez. Same thing.
Right. Well, the cards are seeing a little resurgence right now, right? I mean, I don't think anything will hit the heights of the 90s, but cards are seeing a little resurgence. I had my LCS was telling me actually, these card games are coming back out as well. And like Disney seems to put out like a new card series like every year, and it get a lot of hype and people go crazy for them. And, on launch day, they're selling for 3 times MSRP. And then, Disney just drops it right there, never goes back to it, never makes anything else, and never talks about it again, just comes out with a whole new card game. So, I don't know if I want to get into it, but it does sound like there's a lot of hype getting built around them again.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just been getting back into Dragon Ball in a big bad way since reading the manga.
Right on.
And, I remember watching it, the show as a kid, but reading it just brought back all that nostalgia for it, and I got this little Gohan statue that I found, and I just want all the Dragon Ball stuff now. It's like my whole life at the moment.
Well, in the next few months, there's going to be the new TV show Dragon Ball Daima, Daima, and it looks like it's just a more high-end version of Dragon Ball Super, where Goku turns into a child again.
GT, you mean GT? Well, but GT is never really canon because they did GT
without
like Sorry?
They did it without the original creator, just like the end of Samurai X, or they called it Rurouni Kenshin here. They're over there.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to Daima. It looks really cool. I'm hoping they do it in manga as well, because I much prefer to read it than watch it. But we'll see. I'm still keen for all the Dragon Ball content either way.
I don't know
It'll
diddly
be
about it.
You never got into Dragon Ball, lady? You should. It's
My
good.
little brother was really into it. And all of the dudes, like when I was in high school, these guys that were a couple of grades up, that's all they fucking drew in art class was Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I respected Live and Let Live. Like, while they were doing Dragon Ball shit, I was doing like comic cards and playing paintball and doing stupid stuff. So it's like, I can't hate.
I was going to Tate's Comics, and because my dad had 2 VCRs, I would rent the tapes, make copies, and then make copies of copies and copies and sell them for like $20, $30 a pop at college, which is how I funded certain other habits.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm kind of crashing out because I'm a mammal and I've got to go to work tomorrow.
We're gonna get out of here anyway.
100 junk coming tomorrow, and this place still looks like this, so I still have a lot of work to do.
Yeah, you do.
Hey, one step after the other. Rome wasn't built in the day, or apartments weren't cleaned out in.
About the same thing. All about the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get out of here. Thanks everyone in the chat for watching. Anyone that made it on the replay this far, cheers. Thanks, Lady, Rob, and Miracle Man for joining us. We'll do it all again next week when Rob's on the road. Maybe Rob can check in from the road and give us an update on his travels. Who knows?
Yeah, right on.
Oh,
and maybe you could read Hyper Thick.
I'll
let
give
us
it
know
a try.
what happens.
I'll put it on my to read pile.
Yeah, just make something up.
Yeah, we're never gonna be able to call you on it. You could say it's about anything.
You really could, and I'd fucking believe you, dude. Just make up the craziest shit, because there's no way I'd disprove you.
All right.
My dad
Bye,
is.
everyone.
Night, everybody.